Get ready with me while I talk about stepping into your authenticity and some things that's helped me. So the first thing that I want to mention is checking in with yourself. So how do you feel about yourself? What are your perceptions of yourself and your self-concept? So it's really important to evaluate what your core beliefs are about yourself and your self-concept, especially when it comes to your subconscious beliefs, because that's going to really determine who you become. So the next thing that I want to mention is protecting your values and evaluating what your values are. We have a lot of influence on what our values should be, how we should think, talk, act, dress, look. So it's really important to evaluate what your values are and sticking to those, because that's going to help you to stick in your authenticity and not to be swayed by the opinions of society and others. Another thing as well that I notice helps a lot with standing in your authenticity is speaking your truth. Now, I say this one is important because when you speak your truth, you have your own sense of individuality and you also have your own voice. So the next thing that I would say is to not diminish your skills or dim your light. If you do have a skill, don't shy away from showing the world and putting it out there and stepping out and being who you are and sharing that with others. Now, the next one is not comparing yourself to others. And this is the most important one, because if you are constantly trying to keep up with society's standards, you're not even stepping into who you are. You're stepping into what society believes that you should be. So it's really important to hone in on your skills, your talents, your abilities, your uniqueness, what makes you you, because that really is your power. And if you're constantly just trying to be somebody else, then you're diminishing your light. So the next one I want to say is to not have shame in having preferences, because it's completely okay to not like certain things that other people like or not be into the same things that other people are into. So don't feel like you have to hide the things that you love or the things that you're into, the things that make you happy or your beliefs, just so that you can agree with the masses, because most of the masses are lost and misled anyways. So last but not least, I want to mention protecting your boundaries. I kind of feel like protecting your boundaries is kind of the same of protecting your morals, in a sense, to where if you don't agree with something and you're not okay with something, then that's just where the line is drawn. A lot of people will try to make you feel bad about having boundaries or about setting certain standards and having certain morals for yourself. Having morals and a strong set of values really helps develop who you are as a person and your character. And as well, when you are just authentic and you're just boldly you, that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable and make people want to dim your light and kind of cross those lines and those boundaries to get you out of that character, which is why it's so important to protect your boundaries, protect your principles and your values, and to always listen to your inner voice. But that is it. Just be you. That's the best thing you can do.